You know what I love? Chipotle. I'm a big fan of the franchise. I'm a big fan of their food. They do a good job. They're quick. Typically, they put some heart and soul in their creations. Typically, I know this isn't a paid ad. I'm going to be crapping on a lot of things as well. So let's get this started. If you don't know what Chipotle is, because you live on the other side of the world somewhere and don't have access to the accoutrements and the greatness that is Chipotle, maybe move somewhere else, because you're missing out. To break it down to its purest form, Chipotle is a quick service assembly line burrito shop. You can get burritos, obviously. You can get bowls. You can get tacos. I think they have a quesadilla that's not on the menu. It's a secret item. And whenever people order it, it throws everybody off. It throws everything askew. And I hate them for doing that. Stop doing that if you're one of those people. Go to Taco Bell or Taco John's or some other fast food place if you want a crappy quesadilla. Okay, not on my watch, buddy. There's really not a lot of options, at least in my neck of the woods in Minnesota, for decent, mediocre-ish food served quickly and conveniently. We have a lot of bottom tier foods like McDonald's and Wendy's, and Wendy's is good. Don't get me wrong, Wendy's is good, but still, it's bottom tier. Arby's, all that crap. Subway. This though, it's above those. It's got a little bit of a class to it, a little bit of a mystique to it. There's something about it that's surreal. Like, how do they kill so many chickens in a day to feed the amount of people that go through this place? I don't want to know. Is it even chicken? Probably not. But I'm a sheep, and I'm gonna graze like a sheep. So to start things out, you get in a line for what feels like an eternity, because once again, everybody's eating here. It's the only thing that we can feel is somewhat healthy without having to cook our own food, which people don't have time for. We're working 2 or 3 jobs here, folks. You get in line, you wait. Hopefully you don't have to talk to other people. Thankfully, with modern phones, nobody really looks or communicates with each other. Anyways, they all just sit down, look at their phones, and wait to get up to the line. On occasion, someone will go up to the line, not be prepared. Not be prepared. They've been standing there for 10 minutes. They get up to the line. They're just looking at their phone while the person, the worker who's busting his ass or her ass is graciously waiting, arguably too patiently for this person. We got a lot of people in line. This shit's got to be moving. And this person's dinking around on their phone, checking their Facebook or their Twitter. You're not special. Your life is incredibly mediocre. So is mine. I'm not above you. But I'm not below you either. And right now I want to fucking kill you. Order your meal, sir. Person orders their meal finally. I expect people that go to Chipotle, whether it's your first time or your worst time, to get up there and be prepared. Get up there and say, I want a bowl. I want a burrito. I want 3 bowls. I want 2 bowls, a burrito, and 3 soft shell tacos. And you should be prepared every step of the way. What I can't stand is the person that comes up there, fuck my ass. What do I want? How many calories are your burritos? Even though it says in giant numbers right above there, 300 some calories you can add on to a burrito. And you shouldn't. I'd go for the bowl. Save yourself some weight gain. Save yourself some heartache. And you get a little bit more food, I believe, in the bowl. They can fill it up a little bit. But anyway, the person needs to be ready. I had a woman go up there one time. I don't know her name. Melissa, Patty. I live in Minnesota, so it's safe to say it's a dumb, fat, white woman. Some common name, though. Patty, Jaquisha. I think it's Jaquisha. She goes up there. She has like 8 orders to do, and she calls them in. I'm not even shitting you. She calls them in. She's on the phone here with Billy Bob. She's like, what do you want? Uh-huh. Okay, I need this one with brown rice. Uh-huh. No, not that one. That one. So there's just this assembly line of one worker making all of Jaquisha's shit. And I want to kill her. I want to kill her in front of the worker. I don't want to make the worker's job harder for them. I'll make it a painless death, a tasteful death. Just a quick sleeper hold, maybe a quick neck snap, whoosh, and just lay her down. Just lay her down and walk away. And I won't let that food go to waste. I'll finish her order for her, and I'll eat those bowls myself because they make delicious food. This isn't an ad. This is just from the heart. I eat at Chipotle probably 2 or 3 times a week. I'm still kind of slender. I'm still doing it okay. I work out every day. I'm taking care of myself. I get a chicken bowl. I get brown rice. I get light sour cream, light. Because if you don't specify light, they will take a spoon that is about this big in circumference and they will fill it up and just splash it all over your bowl to the point where your meats and your cheeses are just rising to the top, floating. It is disgusting. And I don't know how anybody can eat that much sour cream. Shame on you as a society. So I say light sour cream, and I'm almost at the point where I need to say light cheese because they put so much cheese on there. It just comes up to a sundae sprinkle top. It's just like a cone. Just spirals up. And I can't have that much cheese either. Come on. I'm not a young buck anymore. I'm getting older. I need to watch the cows. I need to watch the amount of dairy I take in. I need to watch the amount of meat I eat. I'm not there yet, but eventually I will be. So yeah, I keep it simple. I got my chicken, my cheese, my light sour cream, a little bit of the hot sauce, brown rice. On occasion, I'll do the peppers. The problem with the peppers at Chipotle is I don't like the green ones that much. They give me these crappy old ass green ones with some onion. I want some yellow peppers. I want some bell peppers in there. I like the red peppers. I like the orange peppers. Everybody knows the green peppers are the shittiest. I don't want them. I will get them once in a while. Just get a little green in my system, a little bit of the veggie in my system. But it comes at a price. And the price is taste. I talked about my meat of choice, but most of my beef comes from the customers and not the store itself. I worship the employees that work there. Being a sandwich artisan myself at Subway for a year, so I know the game. I know it's tough to keep that line moving. I know it's tough to keep those customers happy and on order and focused. But the customers suck. Okay, like I said, I'm at Chipotle all the time. I know the game now. And these people that come in, they're just asses. I had a person come in one time. Actually, this happened a couple times now. And I saw a blog post on this once, and I wanted to burn the blog to the ground, find the person that wrote the blog, lay her next to the other dead corpse that I left earlier in this conversation. Because they said, here's a life hack. Here's a life hack. Do people still say life hack online? That was like a popular thing to say for a week, and it pissed me off. But anyway, this thing was like, life hack for Chipotle. Go in there, get your main entree, but ask for sides of everything. So they take a little plastic cup, which is poisonous on the environment with all these plastic cups everywhere, and they will fill them with individual toppings. You have one for hot sauce, you have one for cheese, you have one for sour cream, you have one for peppers, you have one for guac. Fuck you. Do you know how long it takes me to watch that person shovel up all that shit for each cup? It's absurd. And shame on you for making that worker do that. So, oh, you're so special that you get your own custom little side cups. Imagine if everybody did that. Chipotle would lose 50% of its customer base on the day. And they'd probably lose more than that on the whole. Because people aren't going to stand and wait in line for an additional 10 minutes so that each person can cup themselves. I'll give you one side. But the thing is, a lot of people get the guac, and the guac's fantastic. This isn't an ad. I just like their guac. And the guac takes a little while to make, and I do that. I get that. So if you're cupping alongside the guac, that's bullshit. You don't get an extra cup. If you get guac, you're done. You're done. I do have a couple gripes about the service at Chipotle. One, they usually only have like 2 or 3 people working the line. When you're moving through this much product, you should have more people, more experienced people. I often find that during a rush, I'll have someone that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Starting out with the bowls and with the burritos, you need a guy or gal that is experienced on the line at all times. I understand you have to train in new people. I understand the burnout rate is high. But there has to be a way to fix this problem. Because one time I went in there was a dude working who had more sweat coming out of his body than anything I've ever seen in my life. It was disgusting to the point where I almost left. Almost left. I love the food that much. This isn't an ad. It should be. I should get paid for this. I really should. But this dude is just drenched in sweat. And I don't know if it's because he has really bad hygiene issues, a health problem, or because he was just nervous as fuck. And I think it was the latter. I think he was just scared. And that was just gross to see. I didn't want to eat my food after that. It's like dripping everywhere. I mean, I still did. I probably got sick too. But It was worth it. Nothing gives me more joy than seeing the actual experience, the pros on the line. There's a place in Plymouth that I go to, a Chipotle there, and these guys are the best. Okay, you got the woman starting the line out. She's just throwing bowls down left and right. She's like, "What do you want on it?" Boom. What do you want on it? Boom. She's ready to go. It's off to the next person. Then this guy comes up. He's like flipping shit around. He's throwing it around the back. It's landing on the burrito. It's like Cirque du Soleil. It's like the Blue Man Group. It was fantastic. Nothing gives me more pride and joy than seeing someone hone their craft and get paid minimum wage to do it. Nothing gives me more joy than that. The pop situation. They have a very good Coca-Cola Classic. Pristine Coca-Cola Classic. Oftentimes it's not available because it's out. And because there's such a lack of service workers, such a lack of skill, no one's changing that shit. So I will purchase my $1.75, $2 drink. I don't even know how much it costs. It doesn't matter. Money's no object to me when I'm at Chipotle because it's the best place to eat. Not an ad. I will go over there and it will say, there'll be a sticker there that says out of service or no more or check back later or some bullshit. You had time to put the sticker up and not time to put in new ice or no time to refill the soda machine? Are you kidding me? Got to change the lines out. You got to get the Coke ready. I don't want to eat my burrito. I don't want to eat my bowl without a Coca-Cola Classic. And I'd say it's a 50-50 split. And if anything, at least let me know ahead of time somehow. Let me know that what I'm walking into is not an ideal experience. I wouldn't have purchased my pop had I known the Coke wasn't available. Short for available. And what am I going to do? Go back there like an asshole and say, hey, I want my money back for my drink? You don't have the drink that I paid for. No, they have a line. They have people coming all the time. There's no slowdown in Chipotle. 2 o'clock, you think you can go there and get in and out? No, you're still going to wait at least 2 minutes. You think you can go there at 3:30, some obscure time? No, there's always people there. Sometimes the Coke will be active, but as I alluded to, there'll be no ice. Coke with no ice, you might as well kill me. You might as well take a fucking gun and shoot me in the head because that's how it feels to not have ice in my Coca-Cola Classic. I won't even drink the shit. I'm going to tell you something that legitimately happened. It's embarrassing to say, but this is true. I went to the Plymouth location, as I often do. They're the ones that are notorious for not having soda, but they're also notorious for having great service on the line. I go there, the Coke's working. There is no ice, per usual, but I see a mountain of ice in the tray that catches the leftover ice because people pour in the whole cup's worth and then dump half of it out. Why'd you take that much ice to begin with? It's not like it's coming out so quick that you have no reactionary skill at all. Like, oh, whoa, whoa. You had time, just boom, boom, or boom, boom. Not, Come on. Anyway, ice, just a heap of ice. I have no ice. The ice looks clean, so I scooped it. I scooped that ice and used it. I scooped leftover remains. Ice from a fallen. Ice from a different cup. Spilled over. Lost. In the nether. In the ether. One of those is right. One of those I don't think is anything. I take the ice, I fill up my drink, and I feel just like a disgusting human being for the rest of the day. But I got my ice, and you know what? That's preferable. I would rather scoop up, rather extract the remains of someone else's meal, someone's discarded misfit toy, than drink a Coke without the cubes inside. It's something about the touch. It's something about the texture. It's something about the cooling factor of that ice hitting, the spelunk, that just makes me feel at home. I did what I had to do. And now you know. It's my shame. I'm not proud of it, but here we are. My final gripe with Chipotle, I'm sure there's more, but no one's perfect. And I still get a good meal, so I'm okay. My final gripe is the bathroom situation. Chipotles in general are just kind of dirty places. They're very they have that modern look, stainless steel. But there's just a level of stuff on everything, from the comings and goings of people. There's just like remains of chicken and meats and spices and whatever that this team just doesn't have time to clean up after. But when you get in the bathroom, holy shit, it makes you feel dirty all over. I mean, the situation in there makes you not want to eat your meal after you're out. And I have a thing now, both where I go to movie theaters and to get food. Right before I eat or see a movie, I go pee. I go piss. I have to. I've built it into my structure now. It's a habit. I don't know if it's a good one. I don't know if it's an ideal one, but that's where we're at. So I need to use the bathroom before I eat. And oftentimes I will take the food back home or to a desk if I'm working or somewhere, and then I'll go to the bathroom in a more comfortable location. But man, the bathroom situation in Chipotle is rough and tumble. I mean, we're talking. You look up at the ceiling and it's just like the mold and asbestos and stuff is usually like black and sometimes dripping even, or it just looks like at any given moment it could fall through. Something could fall through and kill you if you're not already dying slowly from whatever's building up in there. The toilet is just its own thing. To see a pee stain would almost be a refreshing change of pace from what I usually see in that toilet bowl. I'm not going to go any further. You can use your imagination, or if you've been to one, you know. The sink, I feel like using it makes my hands dirtier. They have oftentimes one of those sanitizing hand things. To get the stuff out, to get the sanitization part out, you have to go through quite a bit of a mess. That thing's a lost cause to me. It's just a whole thing, it's just the handle flush. I use my shoe, flush that. I go over to the soap. Turn on the faucet. Go get a paper towel. Ugh. And then open the door that's crusted with more disease than anything has ever been crusted with. I made it. One final note before I close this out. Chipotle, the seating there is kind of trash. But for some reason, they have, at least at a couple locations, there's this long kind of bar bench thing with stools that you can sit at, and they run this thing right next to the bathrooms. I can't for the life of me understand why anybody on this planet would choose to sit next to the bathrooms at this little bar. Even if every other spot's taken, I'd rather sit on the floor or in my car and eat than sit next to the bathroom situation. That's how gross those bathrooms are. I feel like just even being by their presence is somehow killing me. And then the people that go in and out of them, like, why do you want the doors opening on you and shutting on you? What is wrong with people? But I guess, Chipotle's figured out the secret ingredient. Stupidity. People will do it. And that's where we're at. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Chipotle. They have above average food, I guess, depending on where you eat. If you're a fancy lad who gets to go out to these 5-star restaurants, then this isn't the video for you. This is for the common man. This is for the blue collar, salt of the earth worker who is trying to have a decent experience, a decent meal without having to sell his soul, I guess. Without having to settle. So these are just some of my thoughts, some things to look out for, some tips of the trade. If you're one of these people that's doing the bad stuff, maybe stop. Maybe take a look in the mirror. If you're a person like myself who's just trying to make it through the day, hopefully I can let you know that you're not alone. There's other people like you out there. I'm one of them. Okay, buddy? All right. Enjoy your meal. Thanks for watching. Not an ad, but I wish it was. Could use the money.